Walt Disney is this massive company. It is such a massive, huge company with multiple sources of revenue, allowing it to pull in billions upon billions upon billions of dollars per year. I mean, just look at how much money they're spending on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge between Walt Disneyland or Disneyland and Walt Disney World, right? It's $1 billion per park, per park, and they expect to earn that money back. And you know what? They probably will, because it's Star Wars and it's tangible. And I'm going in July and I'm so excited. Yeah, sue me. I don't care. I'm happy. I get to go check out Galaxy's Edge, and I'm looking forward to that one, right? But one of the key things where Disney makes its money, obviously, is through movies. And that's what they're predominantly known for. I mean, that's what they're primarily known for. Especially now that they've purchased 20th Century Fox's entertainment assets, they are in the business of running two major movie studios. In fact, two of the main six they're in control of. But one very interesting thing happened over the course of this last quarter four, especially the last holiday season. And that essentially is this: they saw a huge drop in revenue for their movies. And the reason why, well, because the ones they put out failed to connect in any manageable, meaningful way, really. It says here, Disney released its first quarter earnings report for the 2019 fiscal year, where it revealed that their movie studio's entertainment division suffered a huge drop in revenue. The report offers that for the fiscal quarter ending in December 2019, their movies dropped 27% from the previous year, which is blamed on the performance of Star Wars The Last Jedi and Thor Ragnarok compared to Mary Poppins Returns and Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which, yeah, that's super true. Thor Ragnarok, like I think $700 some odd million worldwide. Fantastic movie. The Last Jedi is a movie. That much we can agree upon. Good, bad. We might have to go into some serious discussions on that front, but we all can agree Canto Bight sucked. But that being said, it ultimately made $1.3 billion. So yes, it made a lot of money. So between those two together, that was like $2 billion that the movies earned. Not profit, mind you, but just earned. And this time, Mary Poppins Returns, opening up against not only Into the Spider-Verse, but Bumblebee and Aquaman, came out, I think, number 2, enough to where they claimed that the movie was profitable, right? They claimed that the movie did well enough in order to garner a sequel, which is currently in development, but still failed to do anything else, really. Now, it says here, the decrease in theatrical distribution results was made due to the strong performance of Star Wars The Last Jedi and Thor Ragnarok in the prior year quarter compared to Mary Poppins and the Nutcracker. Other significant releases included Ralph Breaks the Internet in the current quarter, while the prior year quarter included Coco. And the thing is, that the truth of the matter is this: Wreck-It Ralph 2 or Ralph Breaks the Internet, while a great movie in its own right, I loved Wreck-It Ralph 2, it ultimately really didn't do as much as it could have. It didn't do as much as it really should have. Whereas Coco the year before did do quite well. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Coco was a new, interesting film from Pixar, the second movie to come out that year. A lot of people really went to it. We're seeing that there are certain types of movies aimed at certain demographics that do well. Although Coco, compared to that the Book of Life that came out in 2015, I believe, or 2014, failed to, it was kind of similar to that one, but it was similar, people still went to go see it, and it did very well with the demographics it was seeking to reach. Whereas Ralph Breaks the Internet was meant to kind of make fun of the digital age, and a lot of the people in the digital age don't go out to go see movies, they wait to watch it at home. So I wouldn't be surprised if the home video sales on Wreck-It Ralph 2 are quite good, even though they charge so much damn money for these movies. I was just at the store the other day looking at Mary Poppins, and like there's like different steel books for Best Buy and for Target, and they cost $35 for the 4K Blu-ray, 4K disc now, and it's just expensive. So Disney is hoping to make up for the lost revenue theatrically by really kind of sticking it to people at home. So, oh hey, you didn't take your family of 5 to go see Mary Poppins, netting us a solid return. So we're going to take that out of the back end, and if you want to get it on home video, we're going to cut it out your ass. But the truth of the matter is this: when it comes to the holiday season, just like the summer season, if you overload it too much too quick, there's only a finite amount of money to go around, and that ultimately ends up hurting the films. That's my personal view on it, right? So I view the holiday season this last year as being entirely overcrowded. Just in the month of December with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Bumblebee, Aquaman, and Mary Poppins. They just failed to meet because only one of them really took home the money. Aquaman knocked everything else out of the park. Everyone wanted to go see it. They loved it. Great reviews, great critical reviews, great fan reviews. And while the reviews of both Bumblebee and Mary Poppins did very, very, very well, same with Spider-Man, it failed to connect with audiences at that time. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, Bumblebee, I just watched the other night and it was okay, clearly aimed at families, but it should have been released at a different time other than Christmas. A spring break release would have been better for Bumblebee. Mary Poppins Returns, I understand why they want to do the holiday release for it, but it would have been probably better if not released at the beginning of November in order to give it time to lead into the holidays rather than trying to make all their money during the 2 weeks kids are out of school. Aquaman tried for that and it was obviously the victor. Never mind the solid sneak preview responses that came out of it and people overseas loving it first, which got everyone hyped up, which got people to go to the theater, and it was a much better movie. Mary Poppins Returns is not something anyone asked for, and as great as Emily Blunt was in the movie, from what I hear, you ultimately just don't really care. It's another pointless remake or sequel that's just designed to get cash. Disney has the money to obviously put these films out there, but even Dumbo, which opens up this weekend, or today, I think, is only looking to pull in 40 million. That's the average now. They can space these things out and hope for the best, but they're still just remaking movies that no one is asking them to make. Whereas original films get left by the wayside because Disney no longer peddles in originality, just rehashes, reboots, sequels, and something else they can sell you, which is unfortunately where we find ourselves with Marvel and Star Wars. As much as a fan I am of both, you can kind of see where it's starting to wear thin in a couple of areas. Captain Marvel particularly comes to mind, while Alita suffered, even though that was an original-ish concept and not something we had seen before. But anyway, I leave it to you guys, your thoughts, your opinions. Do you think that that Disney is just they're gonna hurt again this year because you think that episode 9 is not going to deliver, or do you think that ultimately this is just a fluke and going forward they're going to recalibrate their strategy and dominate the market? Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself